Hey everyone, this is the Fantasy Cookout Week 9 review with your boys, Marque Wright and your boy, Mr. Davon Elder. Mr. Trade for
Yes,
yourself.
sir.
Catch him every Wednesday at 7 Eastern. Come get all the best trading advice, investing. Hey, everybody talks about generational wealth. Well, do something about it. He's the man to help lead you to that. Come and get all the information that he's strived to get and he's willing to share for free on his podcast, on YouTube, IG, TikTok. He got his own website, everything. Just look up Trade for Yourself podcast.
He will
Hey
take a
man, hey,
dono. He will take a dono if you have it.
hey
Exactly.
man, hey man. I'm not giving you any advice unless you watch the podcast. Period. No
Yeah.
advice.
That's what you got to do. Exactly. Exactly. All right. So, as we always start, this is week 9. We're going to go with our week 9 games of the week. The ones we chose last week, we thought were going to interest us. And man, this week's been pretty interesting. It's been those week game of the weeks that we chose last week. Good
Yeah.
storylines, especially the one I chose. But I'll let the gentleman choose first. Who wants to go first?
Hmm.
I can go. I can go. I can go ahead and go.
All right, go on, brother.
Yeah, man. Well, I had the Chargers versus the Falcons. That's who I had. This game disappointed me a lot, and I'm gonna tell you why. Disappointed me because of Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler tore me a new one. He tore me a new one. He kept scoring. I'm like, look, guys, I needed this to be a high scoring game. I needed Justin Herbert to give the ball to Everett. I needed him to give the ball to Carter. I needed him to give the ball to even Josh Palmer because I have him in another league. That's fine. Problem was you kept giving the ball to Austin Eckler, and that just disappointed me a lot. I'm going to need a quarterback. I was watching that game, and I'm going to need a quarterback next week. Marcus Mariota is a possibility for me next week. I can't even lie. So that's kind of how I feel about the game, man. From what I saw.
Wow. Did you say Marcus Mariota starter
Damn,
next
you
week?
Yeah,
say, oh
man.
no, you gonna put Herbert?
Oof.
You gonna put Marcus Mariota over Herbert? That's what you said right now.
No, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I'm going to need to start a quarterback next week, and I'm thinking
Okay,
about grabbing Mariota because he's on the waiver. That's what I was saying.
okay.
Hmm.
I was
What
gonna
I
say
was
some hot
saying.
takes here. I was gonna be like,
No, 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 no. You know, the
okay.
game didn't go like what I thought it would go. But the game didn't go the way I thought it would go. But it's one of those things.
Honestly, I was rooting for overtime because I had Herbert and he was. I mean, he did the best he could with what he got. And you know, it's gonna be part of the reason why in the later segment I'm gonna talk trash about him. But it's not his fault. Completely. But if he's an elite quarterback, you gotta make do with what you got. It's kind of like when you're in the kitchen, you ain't got all the ingredients, but you gotta make do with what you got to make the meal happen, right? You can't go to the grocery store. Everybody's hungry right now, so you make something out of nothing. Now they won the game, but his stats was pretty bad. But they got him a win, so that's all that really matters in real life. In fantasy life, he only got 14 points.
Right.
So, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, Marquis.
Mhm.
Rams versus Bucks. Go
Rams.
talk your shit.
Rams. Bucks. You know what, man?
What's up?
I'm proud of Brady, man. He got through his divorce proceedings. He a little scraped up, but you know what? He still started with the pads. Put his helmet on. Put his leg through his pants leg like everybody else did, and got a win, man. Got a win against LA. We know the Rams struggling, but the Bucks struggling too.
Okay.
Now, granted, he didn't give a lot to Evans today, which I really needed. But I think for Brady's sake, this might be the start of them a trend of getting back right.
Man, I still think he washed.
I mean, we'll see in the coming weeks. We'll see, but I don't know. I still think the Falcons better than them.
At this point, especially when they got Cordero back.
Not talent wise, just as a team.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they got Cordero back, and he's looking fresh.
Yeah, man. You saw how he ran it. How he got that touchdown today. He ran that guy over.
And he had a net brace on. The dude had a net brace on the sideline. I was like, God,
man.
It's like the disrespect. I was like,
ruin his day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna disrespect for Henry right now with his second touchdown of the night.
He got another TD.
Yeah, he's ran a 50-yard run too before that.
Yeah. I'm gonna lose. You know I'm gonna lose because we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later why I'm gonna lose this week. But I'll continue because just like me, who's taking the L, the Bills took an L today, which is the biggest shocker. Wow. I mean, the Jets. Jets.
Yes, sir.
My God, I did not expect this to happen. Like
nobody did, man. I definitely did.
The most dominant defense with the most prolific offense in the league right now, and yeah, they should have bricked. They lost.
Hey, shout out to Michael Carter, man.
Yeah. Hey, James Robinson got a TD too, man.
Hey, man, they all ate. But he was like, Carter, man, it's still my team. I was here first. My team.
How? It's like I'm just like, how, man? How? Y'all just I think what happens, they slept on the Jets. They still didn't respect them. They thought they were Jets of old. And they were like, they didn't even really look at who they had beat. And who
Is that a home game too for the Bills?
Huh?
Is that a home game?
No, it was a home game for
It was in New York?
Yeah, it's in New York. But still.
I want to say that's even worse.
But still, come on, man. Like, how?
Hey, man. Hey, Jets were due, man. It was Jets were due, man.
Look, Jets haven't been relevant since freaking Mark Sanchez. Like,
I know.
That was the last
time. That's almost 10, 15 years ago. A long time ago.
Mark Sanchez is like, people don't even know who that is anymore. Mr. Butt Fumble.
The Sanchez.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. But hey, it is what it is, right?
Hey, man.
So the Bills are now, 6-2? Because they had a bye week already, right? 6-2.
Yeah, they're 6-2. Yeah.
So they're 6-2. They're still in control, but it's still just like a shock to see that they can't stomp out the competition. Like the Bengals did today. The Bengals did what they needed to do. They put the foot on the neck and just kept on pressing on it. They just
murder session.
Yeah, they literally destroyed the Carolina Panthers. They did abuse. That was abuse. Like they should have had like what you call that when you mercy rule? They should have just had the mercy rule.
Oh yeah, I know.
At halftime, after Mixon's 4th TD, which we'll get into later, they should have just had a mercy rule.
Honestly, that was just downright disrespectful, man. And they still scored 21 points. I mean, they came back and got 21. I mean, it was a garbage time, but
for your fantasy outlook, I mean, it was good. But I mean, we're gonna talk about this later. But the Jets are looking like a problem. I mean, they're looking like a problem.
Well, yeah. I let them enjoy this win. We'll see. I ain't gonna say nothing yet.
Look, they either looking like a problem or they destroying their fantasy, not their fantasy, but their lottery chances to get a better quarterback.
I don't think they need a lottery, man. I think they got the pieces, man. Everybody's got to develop, man. I feel like they got to get this losing mentality.
You believe in Zach Wilson?
I don't think he's the future for him, but I feel like he's serviceable. I mean, he beat Josh Allen today. He beat him. Sound crazy, right? But he did. He beat him.
Can't deny it.
He whooped him. So, and you gotta understand, man. Even Wilson, man, he was injured last season, so this kind of like his rookie season.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
you gotta let people grow, man. It's like Geno Smith. Took 10 years for Geno Smith to get back on the field, but look at him now. 10 years for this man got back on the field.
And Geno's balling.
Sometimes you gotta give people time. Sometimes people just need time to grow.
Yeah, some people change with time, I guess.
But I know it's a different time and day, a different time now. People want it now. They want success now.
Yeah.
Ask Auburn.
Definitely.
Hey,
Yes.
Right. Ask LSU and they got it.
War Eagle, we pulled out a dub, man.
No, they lost, man. They lost.
Yeah, we lost.
ESPN was wrong, bro.
What?
Yes, I saw that this morning. They lost. Auburn lost. So I thought they won too. That's our highlights this morning. It said they lost.
Whoa. Okay. Why did it say 33-30?
They lost in overtime.
Oh, they were in OT. Oh, okay.
Yeah, ESPN had it wrong when we saw it on the ticker.
Okay, well.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the Cali got flat tires, man.
Hey, look, man. Hey, prime time on the plains, man. Prime time.
We talk about another podcast, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we need to leave the SEC alone right now, man.
Yeah, let's leave it alone, man. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Let's leave the SEC alone right now.
All right. So let's just move on to the next segment. You know, this is gonna be our fantasy review, and we're also gonna do a mid-season recap. You know, things we should have done. You know, in the drafts parts. You know, maybe trades we should have made. You know, things we could have done better. You know, to try to prepare ourselves for this season, which it's kind of hard to prepare for this season because the injuries have been just
atrocious.
Yeah, just injuries have been killing us. But let's go on and move on to that next session that we love, the fantasy review. Now, I hadn't looked at what y'all doing this week, but, you know, I know this week, at least in this league, I'm
rough.
I'm going to catch a dub. I'm going to catch a dub, baby. It's looking quite nice for me this week. So, start off with me, Mr. Blue Marvel. Hey, I'm about to go 6-3. Lovely. Pat Mahomes doing Pat Mahomes things.
I want you to know I'm praying for your downfall.
Come on, man. One of us got to make it out of here. So, what saved me this week? Christian Kirk.
Wow.
Amazing. Yeah. 8 receptions, 76 yards, and a receiving touchdown. I mean, hey.
Did he just try to get rid of that man?
I know, man. No, I wasn't trying to get – I was trying to trade him off. Yeah, I was trying to trade him off.
Look at that. They should have did it.
Hey, they didn't, though, so they lost. I mean, right. Hey, I was trying to give them we'll talk about that later. I was trying
to go to the victor.
But then, you know, Stephon Diggs had a pedestrian game because, you know.
Yeah, bro. It was a hard game for Diggs. He earned his 11 points, though.
Yeah, he earned his 93 receiving yards. Against the Jets defense. Oh my God. I can't even believe I'm saying that. Dallas Goedert on Thursday night. He broke the curse, man. 8 receptions for 100 yards and 1 receiving touchdown.
Right. It's probably the highest stat line I've seen on Thursday night.
Yeah, man. Hey, raise the roof. And good thing is, I was playing Hurts, so he was feeding me all the points.
Right.
Josh Palmer, man. Look, for a guy you can pick up off the waiver wire, hey.
I mean, you missed one, man. You missed one.
What?
Herbert, man.
Khalil Herbert, man.
I thought you put Gibson in, man.
I did put Gibson in my other league.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't do much better, but
yeah, he did. He got about 8. He got about 10 points.
I mean, he got his projected points.
Yeah,
that's all I can ever ask for.
See, the thing about the whole situation in Chicago, I think Montgomery's got to go down now because you got Justin Fields. He's finding his way now. He is turning into a very good quarterback. Justin Fields is feeling himself right now. He's smelling himself, you know.
Right.
So he's gotten to that point where he's going to be the rushing attack. He's going to be similar to what stopping Singletary from becoming a great RB in Buffalo. You got freaking Josh Allen running the rock. So
Right.
it's like, well, that goes rushing yards that could go to another running back. And so I think Montgomery and Herbert are going to suffer now that Fields is going to become like another Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think Fields had the most rushing yards.
Yeah, by a quarterback ever in a regular season game.
Yeah, which is crazy to think because you
Yeah,
got to think
that's more
about
than Vic.
all these rushing quarterbacks that come in the past. Mike Vick.
Yeah. More than Vic, more than Cunningham, more than Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, more than freaking Lamar Jackson. It's like,
yeah, more than Lamar Jackson.
I mean, come on, dude. It's crazy. So
he had the most rushing yards
like
for a quarterback ever.
Yeah, in a regular season game.
Yeah. Another record. And Mixon got the franchise record for most touchdowns from a single player.
Is Mixon is that the highest point total this year?
Yeah, he's got 60 in one league and around 50, 55 in another league.
Ain't nobody else did that number this year, have it?
No, I don't think so. It was the Mixon show today. And
usually you get that. They don't come from a running back.
Nope.
So that's rare.
Nope. They just kept feeding them. But as it looks like, I'm projected 432 points versus his 86. So he's about to go 2-7. So I think his fantasy season is over with. I'm just gonna make a conclusion.
We still the halfway point. You got a chance.
You got to win out. Do you think he can win out with this team though?
Hey man, as long as I beat him, that's all I care about.
He's gonna have some trouble, I think.
I don't know, man. Hopkins, man, that's been a cheat code, man, since he's been back.
One player can't make your whole team though. Who else?
Yeah, he ain't got no running back. He got no running back.
Yeah, Jones is just he crapped out. He got an ankle injury today.
And I don't know who Rivers is for the Rams. I don't even know who that is.
Oh, that's just like the third string dude behind Cam Akers, Daryl Henderson, and then it's this Rivers dude. I think he's off the practice squad or whatever. Until what's his name? Kyron Williams. They activate him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's got a chance. Saquon, I mean, yeah, you got Saquon down here. I know Marque's happy. Hunter Renfrow is suffering right now.
Yeah. He's suffering at the wrong time. He should have did it like 6 years ago.
Boy, you saw
not praying on his downfall, but
yeah, right.
All
right.
Blessings to his family.
All right. I needed Davon to win this week because this dude is unstoppable. This Justin dude, he has got the team.
All he does is win. That's right. Yes, a good title. That's a good team name, my man. All I do is win.
You remember that, Marque?
You are right.
Marque,
all he does is win.
Man, y'all play. I'm on that Auburn game. Y'all play that mess every 15, 20 minutes.
Hey, it's words of affirmation, man.
Didn't T-Pain do like a special rendition for Auburn?
Yeah, he hated it though.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Hey, he got the checks. Know why he didn't? Know why he was okay with it? Because he got no checks.
Right.
But yeah, I'm sorry, Davon, man. Unless Lamar Jackson pulls like a 50-point, 60-point game tomorrow, it might be.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to outscore Justin Fields and Mixon. That's
it's in another league.
That's how good I'm gonna have to. That's who I'm gonna have to outperform. I'm gonna have to outperform.
Oh, you're talking about in general.
And Mixon in terms of their point production in order to have a chance.
Yeah, just say the L, bro. Just say the L, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey,
you're gonna need a 50. You're gonna need 55, 60 points.
Hey, Vaughn, try Jesus, man. This ain't work. Try Jesus, man. This ain't working.
The
Yeah,
disrespect.
man. Yeah, guys. Guys. Let's just focus on the players, guys. Okay. Yes, we know the point score. Okay, we understand who's going to win. Let's just focus on the players. Let's look at the players right now.
Well, you still got Scanlon, right? Scanlon in the game. He might put up a 20 spot tonight.
Man, you are really playing around, ain't you?
Come on, man.
You talking about
You
Marquez
know,
Valdez Scantling
Yeah,
MVP?
believe in him, man. He might, man.
you're really using this as an opportunity to talk some mess because
Man, come
But
on,
how is
man.
he going to score? How is he going to
You
score
got
20
Mahomes
points?
throwing to him, man.
He
It's
hasn't
possible.
even. How is he going to register 20 points? And he hasn't even registered a catch yet. I
he
think
ain't got a
it's been
touchdown yet
20
this season.
points.
He ain't
Hey,
even got a
man.
It's the
touchdown
second
this season.
half, man. Fucking second
Today's the
half.
day. Today's the day for I'm claiming it, man. For Valdez Scantling. Today's the day, man. He'll at least get you 10. Okay, how about that?
Hey, man. I hope he cranks it up in the second half. I hope he really gets it in the gear.
Speaking of that, man, Malik Willis, man, he look pretty good, man.
Yeah, he looks good leading
Is he
offense.
serviceable?
Yeah, he's leading offense.
He's coached by y'all next Auburn coach. So
Yeah.
Hugh Freeze, I'm sure he's coming. I'm pretty sure y'all gonna get him.
Yeah. But Vaughn, back to this. Yeah, Lamar Jackson ain't gonna be able to do that because he's gonna pass to Likely, and that's what he got his tight end. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna shoot yourself in the foot.
Is Andrews back?
Nah, Andrew's
he's out. He's out for the game.
Oh well, yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap, then. Yeah, it's a wrap, bro. Sorry, man.
It happens. You'll
I'm
go.
in the same boat too, man. So I don't feel bad. He about to show.
Vaughn go 4-5.
Yep, I'll be going 4 and 5.
This guy's going 8-1, which is I don't know how. Look, I'm just gonna be happy if I get to just stay in the second spot. That's all I want. I just want a bye week, man.
Who beat this man?
I don't know if I can. Dude,
I
you
don't
see his
know.
team? Joe Burrow. And Joe Burrow had a pedestrian game because Joe Mixon had the show. That was his game.
Now, guys, I feel like we're using this word pedestrian very loosely. What do we mean by pedestrian?
Yeah, he got 19 points. That ain't
He got
pedestrian.
19 points. Can we
look compared to
pedestrian?
look at the score. Look at the score and look at how many points he's got.
Yeah.
But I would say he was pedestrian. If he was pedestrian, that means that he underperformed relative to what he was projected to get. That's where I would feel as pedestrian. If he only got 10 points, yeah, he had a pedestrian game, but he was right in line with what he was projected to get. All of his guys were pretty good for the most part.
You know why I'm saying pedestrian? Because this jerk did not throw to Higgins or Boyd enough. That's why I'm saying pedestrian. I'm hating. All right. let me be clear.
Hey, man.
I am hating.
Hey, man.
Stop being.
He didn't
I was like
do that.
at halftime, like take Joe Mixon ass out the game, let him rest, and let some other people feast. All right. Let them feast on the carcass of Carolina Panthers. That's where I was at halftime. I'm like, this dude's got 4 touchdowns and 143 yards. Let him rest. But nah, y'all kept him in. Y'all could have put in some IJP Ryan and let him get some run time in. Y'all could have just thrown the ball a little bit just to Higgins and Boyd. Y'all just forgot about them. They act like they chopped liver or something. I'm just saying.
Hey, I'm with you. Hey, brother, I'm with you.
Look, I was hurting, all right? I was hurting. I'm gonna look at the box score. It's 30, it's 35 points. And I'm like, oh, Higgins must be doing well. 30 yards. No, okay, boys must be doing well. 30 yards. I'm like, what?
Not even Hurst, 15 yards.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man. I get it. Y'all, look, y'all don't care about us in fantasy world, which is great. This is y'all livelihood. We just playing around with this stuff. But I'm hurt, all right? I'm just hurt. That's it. But this dude's team is just, it's like hardly any weak points, man. You got Waddle.
Yeah.
You got Travis Etienne, who just got the soul rock now. So he's scoring 20 plus points a game. He's getting 100 yards rushing every game now, and at least a touchdown. awesome Eckler, you got nothing to share it with because Keenan Allen, he ain't coming back until I feel 100%. You know, so you know, Keenan Allen just failed everybody who drafted him. You know, Williams, he's hurt. You know, he's been trying to carry the shoulder, carry the charges, but it's just, yeah. Rondale Moore, hey, he had some points today, so that's good. Hey, and then Tampa had 11 points. They were able to stop, the Rams, which it doesn't seem very difficult these days to stop the Rams. But yeah, I just it stinks. I'm glad you didn't listen to me about Michael Carter.
Yeah, I dude, I don't have many options as it is, Chris. So in a perfect world, maybe, possibly, but I mean, imagine. This dude's got Justin Fields on his bench. Imagine if he had Justin Fields in the game. This would look awful. It would look awful.
Yeah, 42 points sitting on the bench right here.
Just chilling. Just 42, just chilling.
178 rushing yards. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Running back's a dream to get that in a game.
He was playing freaking 2K.
Right.
That's insane. These are video game numbers, bro. But hey,
oh yeah,
it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm sorry, I went on my rant. I'm just hurt right now from my other league. But well, I digress. Marquise got a chance to win this week.
Slight chance. We'll see. He still got some hits. And the dude in last place. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not playing with my regular deck. This is my second string in. So my main people on bye weeks. So,
Gino showed up for you though.
Yeah, he showed up.
Gino doing Gino things.
Evans, man, he boomer bust these days, man.
I thought you gave up on Amra.
I didn't have a choice. I have a better option. Yeah, I didn't have a better option. My receivers underperform this week.
I know how you feel, man. I know how you feel. Dalvin Cook, dude. I was literally watching this game, Minnesota and Washington, in the last minute.
Yeah.
And I was so scared because I'm playing this dude. He had Cook and he had Justin Jefferson. And he had Cook and Justin Jefferson. And I was like, oh my goodness. And they almost scored a touchdown. They're in the red zone with like less than like a minute or so left.
Yeah.
And I was like, please, Washington defense, show up. Because the box score was projected me to lose by 1 point in my other league. And so
oh man.
It was 8. I had 82 points. Dude had 78 points. And so if Cook had scored, either one of them had scored a touchdown, it was over. And they kicked the field goal, and I ended up winning this week because of that. So thank you, Minnesota Vikings offense, for not, doing what you need to do. I appreciate it.
At least fantasy wise, right?
Yeah, at least fantasy wise. They got the win, which is what's most important. Let's see who can stop you from winning. Who is?
Yeah, I think he's desperate. Cause look at his bench. So I mean, he really.
He waiting for him to come back, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had all these guys on bye. They killed him.
Yeah.
I
got a chance, man, but it's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
But yours not updated though, because look at Cincinnati defense. It's already played.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not updated. I just clicked on it. Yeah, for some reason it just don't update on this one. But you got Kamara, which we're gonna talk about later. Oh jeez.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna have a good game tomorrow, man. After that video came out.
Yeah,
I gotta feel he got a lot on his mind, man.
Yeah,
but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, TMZ boy, they find everything. Boy, don't let me get on TMZ radar. They are some animals. But let's see who can hurt you. Okay, you said Pittman hurt you. And Boyd, yeah.
Yeah, I
Gibson,
had a pedestrian game, man. But
Gibson,
luckily
yeah.
he don't have anybody but Kelsey Kelsey can ruin my day. But it just kind of
Yeah.
depends.
It can really happen in this game. It looks like it's gonna be a high scoring affair. It's 14. Well, not high scoring, but they're gonna need to score some points.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what
Just so
happens.
you know, this is my score. I don't know if y'all can see it.
Hold on, let me go to the other screen.
Yeah.
Put it back up. I got it on our original screen. So you got 91. He got 57. Okay.
Yeah, I'm projected to lose, but I don't know. I gotta feel I might still win though.
You might have a chance.
It's gonna be tight, man. Go depending on what Duvernay does. So I'm sure I don't want to put on his downfall because that might hurt Davon with Lamar Jackson.
I mean,
But I think you already taking his L. So I think Lamar Jackson.
Take the sacrifice.
Yeah,
I think Lamar just lay his burdens down, and just lay his burdens down. Just keep it moving, man. Just get ready for next week. Just matter of fact, he should sit out. Say I ain't got paid yet. Pay me or I'm not playing again. That's what you should do tomorrow.
In my best interest, man, Lamar, keep playing. Keep playing, Lamar. Do not sit. Just wait. Just look. You played this long. If you were gonna take this stance, you should have took this stance back in August, man.
Oh, like this. You need the ball until you fall. That's where you at.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just keep playing, man. Worry about the contract situation at the end of the season.
What do you think is a contract first? I heard this on a podcast, and I want to get y'all's opinion before we go to the next segment.
Who's what?
Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson?
Who what?
A contract extension. Who gets a contract extension first?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar
Jackson, he don't get an extension. He'll get a new deal. He'll get a whole new deal.
Yeah, which I mean, Jalen Hurts, he's gonna get a new deal too.
I'm not giving him a new deal. You gotta prove.
Why not? Why not?
Okay.
Dude.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna talk.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna be logical.
Right now, we're gonna talk about this right now. What is your issue? We went on a little bit last week, but we need to finalize. What is your issue with Jalen, man? Jalen is balling. The team is 8-0. They haven't taken a loss yet.
What's the last Eagles game you watched? Did you watch it on Thursday night?
Yeah, I watched it one Thursday night.
It's the way he plays is too. It's too
great.
No, it's too collegey. I ain't got a better word for it. It's too collegiate.
Okay, and does he get
it's too collegiate. I don't think it's sustainable.
Okay,
because if it was 90% of the NFL would be running it. We're running those offensive, run that offense.
Who played better this week, Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen?
This week?
Yeah, who played better this week?
I mean, Hurts played better this week, but I'm saying that's this week. Okay. But let me ask you this: if we did our fantasy draft today, who you picking up first? Hurts? So you picking up Josh Allen?
I'm still sticking with Hurts.
No, you tripping, man. You know you're gonna pick up Josh Allen first.
Well, I'm picking up Hurts.
Davon, who you picking up first? You picking up Hurts? You picking up Allen? I know who I'm picking.
Allen has been the better quarterback, but
Allen is the better quarterback.
That's
the better quarterback.
We can't. This is what we gotta understand. Look, this is the thing. Just because you may be better than me doesn't mean that I'm not good. You can have two things that can be very true, right? Like Steph Curry is no doubt the best 3-point shooter in the league. Like we don't have to question that. But Dame Lillard can shoot threes. You know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson can shoot threes. Trae Young can shoot. There's still 3-point shooting marksmen out there in the league. Just because, you know what I'm saying, he's the best doesn't mean that these guys can't play. And you're speaking as if Jalen Hurts can't play. That's
So who you gonna hit?
that's
So,
what I don't
okay,
understand.
okay. But back to my original question: who you gonna hit your wagon to? You gonna hit your wagon to Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen?
Jalen
Look,
and the Philadelphia Eagles.
look, guys, there are a lot of different quarterbacks. You got Lamar, you got Josh Allen, you got Mahomes, you got
Herbert.
Herb. Like, there's so many different. Like,
I get you. I
everybody
get you.
can't get Allen. Everybody can't get these guys.
But we gonna focus on these two. If you can hit your wagon to one of the two, who you gonna hit you to? And I'm talking about long term. I'm talking about the next 5 years. You gonna put on the Jalen Hurts train, or you put on Josh Allen train?
Josh Allen is the answer.
Thank you.
But
But
what
I
does
get
that
what you're
mean,
saying.
though?
I
But
get
what does
what
that
you're saying.
mean, though? That's what does that mean? It
What
would.
does that mean?
It would make, like, I would understand completely if that's the only option you have. Yes, Josh. But where I can't say if Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the league, I can't say, man, dude, if you're not better than the best quarterback in the league, you don't deserve to play. You don't deserve a spot. I can't say that. If we wanted to say something like a more a quarterback in the same caliber, I would say maybe, so somebody that's on that next tier. Like, I'm not gonna tell you, hey man, if you're not better than the best guy, you know what I'm saying, you don't deserve to get paid. It's kind of like Lamar Jackson, he's up for his contract.
Right.
Lamar Jackson may not be the best quarterback in the league, but when he gets paid, he's gonna be making the most money. Why? Because he signed his deal the most recent. You know what I'm saying? Dak Prescott, he was the highest paid quarterback in the league, but he wasn't the best. Mahomes, he got his deal. At the time, I feel like he was the best when he got his deal. But, he's going to be making less money than the next guy's going to get his deal. So, that's my argument. Does he deserve the deal? 100% he deserves a deal. Yes, he deserves a deal. How does this guy not deserve a deal? That's what I'm trying to understand.
I mean, he deserves a deal. He deserves a deal, but I'm just gonna be honest with you, man.
You were saying like this dude don't even deserve the paycheck. This dude's
I'm gonna be.
Like what? What does he got to do?
No, man. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. How many leagues in the NFL? How many teams in the NFL? 32 teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think if you take Jalen Hurts off that team, there's 26 other quarterbacks can fill that same spot and do either the same or better on that same team. That's what I'm saying.
Come on, dude. Marque.
Oh man, like I said, guys, we have not gotten to the bottom of this yet.
Who hurt you?
I don't know
Marque?
what hurt
you.
Put it like this: I think Deshaun Watson on a 10-game suspension, he could come in week 10 when he's scheduled to come back. Week 10 on the Eagles and lead them to a win. Lead them with a win with that roster.
But can you trust Deshaun not to get those extra massages?
Hey man, listen man, he got all the massages he want, man. If we win ball games and I don't see feeling good, I don't care. As long as he keep his hands to himself, that's all I care
like
about.
A true Bama.
Keep your hands to yourself, man. I don't care what you do. Massage,
Sucking like a true Bama.
Massage, right, wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes. Backroom acupuncture. I don't care.
The disrespect. That's all I got to
say. Naked yoga. I don't know. Whatever it takes for him.
Marque, this is why you're not a coach.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
And you know I'm right. And you know I'm right, man.
I get it. This dude was the quarterback for Alabama, maybe for Auburn.
You can get Tyler Hinkey. Tyler Hinkey right now with the Commanders.
Oh my God! Stop with the disrespect.
You put him right now with the Philadelphia Eagles. He'll shine. Matter of fact, he might do a better job. I love some Tyler Hinkey, man. I like the way he plays, man. He plays some balls, man. He let his nuts hang when he plays.
This guy is trolling. This guy is trolling.
Yeah, honestly, man, he better than Wentz. I mean, personally.
We're gonna go move on before. I don't know, man. We'll be here all night, y'all. We keep talking about this, man.
Hey, man, I feel good, but I got this drink, man. I'm good.
Wow. But it's kind of going longer than expected. But I was gonna say we're gonna do a mid-season review, And it's kind of like it's what played into it. Like, who would you have drafted instead of the players you drafted? You know, you all got y'all rosters up right now. Y'all can see who would you think you would have drafted ahead, like
First round.
You drafted. Yeah, like just pick one player, and so we keep it short.
First round. I don't know, man. Honestly, I think I would have went quarterback first. I mean, I know I did. I know I went running back first, but I think I
went
would
quarterback first.
I would have broke the mold, man.
Yeah, that's a sacred rule not to get a quarterback.
I know, man, but I think I would have went either Pat Mahomes or Josh Allen just because. At worst, every week, man, they at least 20 points at worst.
Yeah, I mean,
Mahomes it's hard to get 20. It's hard to get 20 points in fantasy, man. So I think at worst they're gonna get 20. So I would pick one of them guys, and the way the running back pool kind of has been lately, I believe I could have found something in the second round. I could have waited second round and got a running back.
Yeah,
and then from that point on, I'd have went probably quarterback, running back, then probably 3 receivers, then tight end, then back to running back. That's me though. Unless Kelsey was there, then he counts as a receiver to me.
Yeah, Kelsey's like the second round at the latest. Like
yeah.
He's like a second round at the latest. Yeah. What about you, Vaughn?
When I look at my team, man, there are 3 things that kind of come out that kind of just jump out at me. First thing, man, I'm dealing with a lot of injuries. When I drafted Breece Hall, and I got Breece Hall very undervalued. He was on the board for a while, and Yahoo puts out their draft grades, and Breece Hall, they graded Breece Hall as the best pick. I was like, okay, cool. Breece Hall, he was coming right into the fold and torn ACL out for the season. So that was a good pick, but just bad injury. Second thing, man,
you can't predict those. It's like it is what it is.
Second thing, man, dude, and this was a guy that I was really, really like. I was really thinking that this guy was gonna go crazy this year, man, but he hasn't done anything, man, and that's Keenan Allen. And I drafted Keenan Allen. I thought he was going to be good, man, because, man, and here we go. In the past, man.
Yeah, in the past, he's been great.
In the past, Keenan Allen has torn me a new one in the past. Like, in the past, man, I've had to go up against him. I'm like, Keenan Allen, who is this guy? Like, he just keeps coming back, and that really screwed me, man. And, like I said, man, every single year is a live and learn type of situation, man. But man, dude, I don't know what I was doing at receiver this year. I don't know what I was doing at the draft. My receivers, I just don't know, man. I just don't know what I was doing, man. But that's all I've got, man, for right now.
Okay. I mean, it's part of the game, man. I mean, all of this is really luck if you really want to know. It's some skill in it. You got to, you go off projections, you go off of what, players have done in the past. And then the new players, you just look at what they did in college and be like, can it translate over to the league? Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So, I mean, yeah, like we all thought Justin Jefferson was a bust until, about game 4 when he started going off last season. I mean, I was. And we now have the whole thing of like, let's give rookies enough time to like adapt. Like Olave, I
agree with that.
Yeah, you gotta give him at least
they'll make mistakes.
I would say at least till mid-season. I would give it at least till mid-season.
I give him a year. I give him a whole year, man. The whole season.
For the elite ones, like Jamar Chase, everybody thought he was gonna be trash, and then he ended up being the best receiver last year in the league.
Yeah,
and so like it's really a crapshoot. Like, if you have some loyalties to this person, if you followed him in college, you kind of like what they're capable of, and like you just hope the offensive scheme they are in the NFL can translate those skills over, and they can just flourish. That's all you can do. Drafting is hard. I mean, like honestly, like the first few drafts I ever did straight trash, and I lived through the wire, which is why like one of my naming one of my teams is through the wire, because I was literally in the waiver wire just trying to figure out how to survive week to week, man. Just like,
hey, everybody can't live through the wire, man. Everybody can't do that. That's a skill.
oh, it's like a lot of research. That's what it
Because
takes.
you got to know, because you have to evaluate who you gonna drop, who you gonna trade.
Yeah,
and it ain't easy, man. Because like you said, it's a lot of boom or bust in that waiver wire.
Oh yeah.
So they might have a great game week 3, but then week 4, they put a goose egg up. So
True.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with my team, and no cap, I wouldn't change anything. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh wow. Wow.
Well, I'm doing fairly well in this league, so I'm glad with that. Some of the choices were called controversial by some of my teammates on this podcast, aka picking up Pat Mahomes as early as I did, Mr. Marque, right? But really, my biggest mistake was Najee, but I was, going off of what he did in the past, and I should have anticipated the quarterback play being, a bigger influence than what it is right now. It's like, he's getting in the better form. His schedule is going to get lightened up. I think he has a chance to, shine a lot more than what he has in the first half of the season. So hopefully he can turn things around.
Yeah, I want him bad too, man.
Yeah, I believe in Herbert. I mean, Herbert is better than Montgomery. You can put that on wax. But they still, they have loyalty.
They don't utilize him right. They don't utilize him, man, like they should, man. They just
Herbert's better than Montgomery, and that's just a fact. I say stats over feelings. This is my new saying: stats over feelings. Statistically, Khalil Herbert is a way better running back than David Montgomery. They
don't like his look, man. He's not big enough, man. Maybe that's what it is.
Okay, but he's still getting them points.
I know. I agree with you.
Yeah, but Christian Kirk, he's coming into form. He's getting. He was paid to go to Jacksonville, and he's paying off. He has his boomer bust games, but like today, he got 76 receiving yards and a touchdown. That's 19 points in that league. It's quality production for a guy I picked up low. Probably picked him up like 5th or 6th round or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not lower. So Diggs is doing Diggs things because he's attached to Josh Allen. Josh Allen's no scrub, So, a lot of the people I drafted initially, I kind of like let go. I'm gonna look back at. Actually, let me go back and see who I had week 1.
I'm telling you, man. I think Najee, man, is gonna end up being a key piece for you, man.
I think so too. His schedule is going to lighten up.
End.
That's the biggest thing. It gets a real light in this second half season. So I'm not as worried.
Yeah. I think you're going to be making with these 4 running backs you've got, man. Harris, Jackson, Herbert, and Singletary, man. I think you're going to have some late nights, man, up deliberating on who those top 2 RBs are going to be.
Well, Singletary is I think we talked about it last week. It's like an interesting statistic because it's like when the games are close is when Singletary gets utilized the most. When it blowout games,
any sure hand.
Yeah. When the game's going to be blowouts, they just toss that thing and they just let it loose and just have fun and be free. But I know I saw what Singletary – the reason I drafted Singletary because I saw what he was capable of the last half of the season last year. He was, he was getting production and he was scoring a touchdown in the last 6 games, I believe.
Where'd you draft him at?
It had to have been around
middle round.
Same time it got Christian Kirk. It was around about that same time because I know I got Diggs first. I think I got Diggs first or Najee. No, I got Najee first and then I got Diggs, and then after that, let's see. Let me go to week 1 real quick. Yeah, it was Najee, Diggs, and then I think I picked up Mahomes in the third round. I think that's what it happened. Let's see, because my original team was, and it is, let's see, I had Pat Mahomes, Stephon Diggs, Mike Williams, Najee, Singletary, Goddard, Cortland Sutton, who's been,
Yeah, he lost the juice, man.
yeah, Naheem Hines. I had George Pickens, Alexander Madison, MVS, Khalil Herbert, and Gus Edwards. So, I mean, what I drafted was, pretty balanced. And, that's pretty much my style. I go with balance or to anything. It's like you get your dominant RB1, you get your dominant wide receiver 1, then you kind of like fill in, and then you get your quarterback, and then you kind of like go. PPR, you kind of, you'd rather have, dominant wide receivers, but yeah. So, I mean, there's a few things I would tweak with it. Guys, we got to get into a salary cap league next year because that's going to change the whole game.
Yeah,
I just should a 2 QB league.
I'm down with a 2 QB league too. We make it a salary craft 2 QB league with Fab.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ultimate game changer. My ultimate dream for this, this whole podcast is for us to have our own league of that. People who follow us and we get a big enough subscriber base for dedicated people to have our own league where we're gonna have do that.
I love take their money.
Yeah, have a 12-team league, do it through Yahoo, and just kind of like do it that way, and then make a salary. That's my vision before next season. It's like get enough subscribers so we can do that. So
yeah, it'd be kind of cool. Kind of cool. They can hop on the podcast and maybe explain, why they chose who they chose. Yeah,
and I would love just to have like a live. I know we're going off topic right now, but I gotta say what I've been thinking. And so it's like just to have like a live salary cap draft, and we're all on on StreamYard, and we all just talking and everything else. That'll be that's kind of what I kind of envision. Maybe not next year, maybe maybe a year, 2 down the road, but that'll be fun. We kind of have like, because that'll be another way you can kind of interact with your subscriber base a little bit. But looks like we lost Marque. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Something happened. Don't know what it was. Something happened. I think what happened was StreamYard got tired of the Jalen Hurts disrespect. I think that's what it was.
I'm back.
I think that's why he got kicked out on timeout for a little while.
Had to send him in timeout.
Yeah. Just for a little while. All
right. So we going with that. Let's keep on moving and try to get do the rest of these segments. So our next segment, who's invited to the cookout? Always, and who's getting kicked out. So we can go with you, Mr. Davon Elder. Who you invited to the cookout today?
I mean, there's always somebody doing something great every single week. Joe Mixon, man. Joe Mixon, you're invited to the cookout, man.
Dude.
Joe Mixon, man. I mean, the dude had 5 or 6 touchdowns. Like, is that what he had? Like,
yeah, 5 touchdowns today.
It was something ridiculous, man. Like he got the franchise record for touchdowns, and Mixon. We go back to previous fantasy times. Mixon has been on my team before, and Mixon, he was so. He was just he was very lukewarm. Mixon was very lukewarm when I had him, and so that's been what's kind of strayed me away from Mixon over the last few years. But now, I mean, hey Mixon, come on down, dude. Like you have revitalized yourself, man, with Joe Burrow and the crew, man. You with Joe Burrow and the crew and all the weapons you got, when you have a team that has so much talent and they have all those weapons, it gives you the ability to do different things. It's kind of like everybody can kind of get there. Everybody can kind of have their game and kind of have their point. So that's kind of what I see, man.
Yeah, I mean, today was his day, man. I was updating you guys the whole day. Like throughout that game, I was like, how is this even possible? Like this dude's just going off. Dude had 4 touchdowns before halftime. I was like, yeah, I think it was 143 yards and a touchdown and 4 touchdowns before halftime. Like they could have set him down. They didn't. He went off to score. I think he had another touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get the stats up real quick because I would like to be correct in my analysis of this greatness that happened today. This dude, oh God, man, I can't believe this. Hold on a second. He had 153 yards, 5 touchdowns, 4 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown. He had 153 yards rushing, 58 yards receiving. So he had a 200-yard game plus. Yeah.
Crazy.
200 total. So, and in our league, it was 53 points he scored. I'm sorry for everybody who played against Joe Mixon today. You probably had
that wasn't fair, man.
Nah, that's not. But hey, it's fantasy football, right? It is what it is. All right, who's getting kicked out though, Vaughn? Mm-hmm.
I mean, guys, I know we talked about this before the podcast, man, but I've got to change my pick, man. And
he's changing it up. And last second,
this is very painful. This is very painful for me to say. But Keenan Allen, man, you got to leave the cookout, man. You have to leave the cookout, man.
Leave your chips, leave your cups, leave your plates, leave your forks.
Yes, man.
You don't need to plate with aluminum foil on it. You try to put that down.
Yeah, man, and it's really a lot of mixed feelings behind this, man. Because on one hand, you could say, well, Davon, man, it's not really his fault, man. His injury. He's dealing with injuries. But at the same token, man, I feel like Keenan Allen has treated me this year, man, like a girl has been leading me on. Like a girl that just leads you on. Like every single week, oh man, I'm questionable, I'm doubtful. Oh, I'm questionable, I'm doubtful. Like she called me, hey, I'm gonna meet up with you next week. Next week comes by, oh, I'm busy. Next week, oh, I got you next week. You just keep leading me on like the whole week. Every single week, Keenan Allen was questionable and then ended up not playing. Like, how are you questionable all year? And then we come after the bye week. I was like, okay, cool. Stretch run, I'm right in the middle of the pack in terms of getting to the playoffs. Keenan Allen, he's out. I had to put in DeAndre Carter in place of you, man, because you were out. And I'm like, and I know that this could end up, biting me, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm not gonna lie. I hope you come back and be productive. Let me say that right now. I hope you come back, but I mean, it's very disappointing, man. It's very, very disappointing for me to say that, man. But that's what I've got to kick out, man.
Damn, this is a man who's scoring right now.
Yeah, man.
Words from a scorned man.
Yeah, he hurt bad.
Yeah, man.
Hey, it's okay. Hurt people. It's cool. Oh man, dude, I feel you on that, dude. I know what it feels like. I don't know y'all remember this player, John Brown. He used to play for the Cardinals. He used to always be questionable. He got to the point I called him questionable John Brown because he was just every week he was a Q.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know that pain of just like that player.
John Brown's be legit, man. He's with the Bills.
You said who?
John Brown's legit when he was with the Bills.
Yeah, but he just couldn't stay healthy, man. But I get it. It's those players that just always just hurt, and you're like, why? Now, I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I'm gonna say who he had originally on the list was Mr. Jonathan Taylor, And I want to kick him out. He gets honorable mention to get kicked out because he had done jack squat to earn his number one
pick in the draft.
Yeah, he was projected to be number one based off of last season. And he has been trash. Like, he's been worse than Najee. And I had Najee as the biggest bust this season. Nah, it's Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor, he's done. I don't know what's going on. His body's breaking down. I mean, another thing is the Colts' offensive line is just trash. And then they don't have a quarterback. It's just they were projected to be Super Bowl favorites this year. And now they're to their backup. They benched, Matt Ryan, which he should just retire now. He's done. He was done before he left the Falcons. He hasn't been right since that Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure he has players every night about that Super Bowl loss.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't no way you get over that. That takes a lot of therapy and a lot of healing to get over something like that. That's trauma. That's true trauma. But yeah, Jonathan Taylor, you can get kicked out too, bro. I'm glad I didn't trade for him because I thought about it at one point. But I don't know. At this point, Aaron Jones is trash too. So all right, Marque, yo, who's invited?
I'm inviting OG on Spill. I'll give him a permanent invite, at least through the 2022 season. I think he's earned that. He's shown that he's capable, and he's a man. He's a true number one, and I think he has a Seahawks job as long as he keeps it. So, congratulations, Gino. You got a permanent invite to the cookout at least through this season. Enjoy, sir. It's coveted.
Yeah, he surprised me this season. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yep. Yeah.
He surprised me this season. All right, who you kicking out now?
I hate to do it, man. This man had a great week 1, week 2, but since then, man, he's been terrible. And that's Michael Pittman Jr. with the Colts, man. The Colts don't have it anymore. Matt Ryan went out. He sucked with Matt Ryan, and he sucks even worse with the new QB. So
Ellinger. It's Ellinger or something like that. Ellinger.
At this point, I'm going to tell you guys, I already put on the waiver wire. I'm about to drop him. I'm about to drop for Odell Beckham. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Odell's supposed to be going back to the Giants.
No, he's going back to the Cowboys. Yes.
Odell Beckham Jr. is going to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I heard Giants, but this is new.
I heard Cowboys. Cowboys interested. Cowboys don't have a number 2 receiver. They need one badly.
I know, because Gallup ain't cutting it.
Man, I'm going to tell boy, let's go.
So, I already put in the waiver wire. I'm loading all you guys, so I know I ain't worried about you guys taking it from me. So
go ahead, dude. I don't want him.
I'm gonna drop Michael Pittman Jr. He might be better. He might be better than Keenan Allen at this point. Matter of fact, I'll take Keenan Allen if you want to trade him, Ron. We can trade right now. You have Michael Pittman. At least Michael Pittman does play.
You want a player that actually plays football versus somebody who's just
he does play every week. He just don't produce.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. I would consider.
I'm telling you now, you gonna see him in the waiver wire. So if you want him, if you want him from, you better tell me now.
Okay.
If you really want him, because I'm done. I'm done with him. I'm done though. So
I'll let that marinate for about 15 minutes, man.
Yeah, so think about. I get into the podcast.
Yeah, man. I'll let this marinate until the end of the podcast, man. I'll let that marinate.
We got time. I get to the end.
All right, so my invited to cookout, and this has been one of my favorite players of picking up off the waiver wire since about a year ago. Is Mr. Cordero Patterson. Welcome back, baby. Welcome back.
Welcome back, sir.
You got an IR. Hey, you up in here bowling over defensive. I mean, breaking their necks, bro.
I mean, he came back great. Who comes out of IR and breaking necks? Come on, man.
He broke the dude's neck to score a touchdown. I'm like, bruh, that dude got a neck brace on the side. He bowled him over. I'm just like, the disrespect. But I love it because, hey, I got Cordero in 2 leagues. People were saying I was dumb. I'm like, did you see Cordero last year? Bro got juice. And you know why he still got juice? Because he didn't have to play he had to play running back. He was a wide receiver first and a punt returner. And so, like, he never got all those bumps and bruises of being a true running back. And yeah, he's 31, but his body is still pretty fresh because he hasn't been in the running back position for 2-3 years.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I thought Cordell Patterson this year, I thought he was gonna be a bust.
Nah, man.
Like I thought last year was just lighting in the pan. It was just, he had a great season. Nobody saw him coming because I mean, we all knew Cordell as a receiver. He was
He was with the Bears. He was with the Bears.
Like now he was pedestrian. That's pedestrian, Davon. Now he was pedestrian as a receiver.
So, yeah, but that's why he got converted to running back in a very rare situation. Like don't get me wrong, like
rare.
It rarely happens that a wide receiver gets converted to a running back. It's very rare. It was
kudos to the coach. Kudos to the coach who found that out. Like who was eager enough to say, you know what, Cordell, I think you'd be a great running back. Like whoever saw that, man, they deserve a raise.
His whole career. They changed his whole career in a positive way. And like he has all the skills of a pass catcher. He's the perfect pass catcher because he has the hands of a wide receiver, but he's got the the legs of a running back and the body. So now, I mean, he's great. I mean, I love it. And I got him for cheap again, and now he's my starting running back for one of my leagues. And so, hey, I'm loving it.
Yeah, Cordell, I'll never doubt you again, ever, brother. I won't.
But you will always doubt Jalen Hurts. Continuing on, who's getting kicked out? Who's getting kicked out?
Oh boy,
who's getting kicked out? Man, we had this chat before, and Marque was saying play Geno, and I was like, but I don't trust Geno like that, even though Geno is like a top, top quarterback this season. And I should have listened to Marque because I played Herbert, and until Herbert gets his weapons back, he's gonna have to ride the oak because he's costing me a game this week, and it hurts because I had a chance to win. But you live and learn, man. I thought Herbert was able to pull something out of his ass, and he got a win for him, yes, but fantasy-wise, he only got me 14 points. So, next week, I'm starting Geno. Yeah, I'm starting Geno.
So,
welcome, sir.
So, are you saying right here on the Fantasy Cookout, or are you saying that until further notice, Justin Herbert has been relegated to the bench?
I'm saying until further notice, if you have a better option, such as better options include Geno Smith, better options include Justin Fields, better options include, we can go down the list. Josh Allen, of course. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. Who else could be better than Justin Herbert right now? Man,
will Prescott be a better option?
Yes,
probably. Yeah. Because
at least Prescott got weapons. I mean, the thing that's killing Herbert right now is not that he's not an excellent quarterback. Don't get me wrong. He's the reason why I drafted him.
He's top 5 quarterback.
Yeah. It's just he's out without Mike Williams. If you had Mike Williams right now, this would be blasphemous for what I'm saying. This would be blasphemy.
Yeah.
But Mike Williams is out for at least another 3 weeks, at the least. Mm-hmm. Keenan Allen can't get right. I mean, Palmer is a great third receiver, as we saw today. He can, but he's not a number one. He's not a number one. It just is what it is. He just got all the targets today. Eckler is great. If he had all his weapons, Herbert will be a top 5 quarterback. Easy.
Honestly, with Herbert, man, I think he need to take 2 weeks off.
Because he hadn't been right since a real injury.
Yeah, he shows not well, man.
Yeah.
I think he need a bye week and then another week off.
Well, he already had his bye week.
Well, so he didn't ruin that. So I believe he need a solid 2 weeks, man, because that's the thing. Like even like going to collegiate, like with Bryce Young, right? And Bryce Young had that CV joint injury.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, y'all guys probably watched the game, but in the LSU game, he was struggling to throw. That's the same thing that Herbert's dealing with.
But his is ribs related though, because he got
but he had a shoulder injury too, though. So like he been
Okay.
so like he been getting shots and stuff. So it's like he kind of just fighting his way through it. So I feel like he needs to take a week or two, man. He just need a week or two to heal. But they so far down in the race that they can afford to take a week or two off because if they lose the 2 weeks of game, they might be out in the playoffs or at least out in
Yeah.
the wild card spot.
I mean, if they had
Mhm.
Keenan Allen today, it would have been a whole game changer. But it's just a healthy Keenan Allen. Let's put it that way. But
Yeah,
Herbert, sorry, man. You're getting benched until further notice. I mean, I'll have to play you at week when Gino goes on by. And they'll just be forced. I have to play you. Hopefully, Keenan Allen can come back in 2 weeks. But I don't know, man. It hurts. It hurts. I know what Herbert's capable of with the right weapons, but it is what it is.
yeah.
And I will be preaching that on the podcast today, and then I'll also be preaching on the IG when I do my reels. So I'm not going to change positions on that. But all right, let's go to our topics, and then we go to our Week 10 games. So topics for the day, we'll keep them short. Let's end out. We're gonna start bad and end good. So I showed y'all the Alvin Kamara tape, man.
Mm.
It is not
Now,
looking.
now, can you guys fill me in because I haven't seen it yet?
So basically, it's a videotape of him having an altercation with, pedestrian. I don't know how it started. They say the guy started it, and then Alvin Kamara finished it, which is what it looked like. But come on, man, you're a freaking running back for a professional
Yeah.
team. You got to have more control than that. It's like, I get it, but
Basically, Von, imagine you walking down a hallway at a casino, right? And you walking away, and all of a sudden Kamara sees you, attacks you, and he got four of his boys behind him. And he starts stomping on them. And everybody stomped him
they
out.
stumped him out too in the
They
hallway.
all stomped him out. All four, all five of them guys
Mm,
stomped him out.
Yeah.
mm.
Even if you did, even if he was in the wrong, it don't look good, man. On that video footage they got.
It's like, what if you took the shot like Jordan Poole did with Draymond? Like, we talking
Right.
about, like professional athletes, it's
Right.
yeah.
At least in that situation, well, this was a 1-on-1. This one even 1-on-1.
Nah, he
It's
got
a
stumped out by the
5-on-1.
crew. Mhm, yeah.
Yeah, the
Mm,
whole crew got to put a foot in them.
Got them size Timberland
mm.
up
Yeah.
there.
So I don't think that's what I'm saying, man. I'm not praying for his downfall, but fantasy wise, I am. But 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 for his livelihood, this don't look good, man. Like this, NFL already trying to cut out the foolishness. So
Mm.
the rugs and stuff that went on with him. So
And I saw some of the
they,
pictures of the dude, how he looked. Let me see if I can find it.
yeah. I mean, this story not worse than the Ray Rice story. It's not as bad as Ray Rice. Just because, but even Ray Rice, he hit his wife in the elevator. That was on video. But this is a total stranger. Well,
Yeah.
nobody
Mm,
affiliated with the team or affiliated with any of the players. They just had some beef with some guy. I don't know what happened beforehand, but it don't look
yeah.
good, man. You see one guy getting stumped out by five grown men,
All
grown
right,
black men at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. The one
hey,
thing, the one thing I'll say is that everything that y'all are saying is 100% right.
all right.
Especially if he's got some people on his side. For all of that, it's just the one thing I do want to say is this.
Oof,
Um, dang, that is not good.
damn,
Um,
damn.
this is what I want to say, and like I said, you have to be able to restrain yourself at the end of the day. But if this guy did something disrespectful to this guy, this is what I want to say. These fans, y'all need to stop treating these professional athletes like they're dogs and like they're just showmen and you just spitting on them and doing all this crazy stuff because there's precedent for fans acting crazy, especially in the NBA.
It
Spitting
is.
on them, talking trash. Like, if you did something disrespectful to this man, I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, hey man, man, Kamara, y'all need to stop being disrespectful to these athletes just because they got money or just because they have notoriety or whatever. I'm not saying this was the case specifically. I'm just saying that I know that there are fans out here that have been acting crazy.
But I gotta be on the devil's advocate of that. It's because you're held to a higher standard because you are in a public space and you are an athlete who has a proportionally disadvantage of strength, resources, and everything else on your side. You got to behave yourself. Even the only way this dude Kamara should have felt threatened with 4 dudes on his side if the dude pull out a strap. Like,
right.
That is the only way he should have retaliated to make a man look like this. I'm just saying.
But I mean, but dude, people out here are crazy, man. Like, dude, Brian Robinson got shot. He's a professional athlete. Like, I mean, trust me, I get it. Like, everything is a case by case basis. And like I said, what I'm saying is really it's really a whole bunch of speculation. I don't know. It's a lot of speculation. I'm just saying I know the tendencies of a lot of crazy people out here, and you got to protect yourself.
I'll put it this way, though. The dude, Kamara, was arrested, though. I mean, for battery charges.
Yeah. I mean, and I feel like you're going to get arrested. I mean, like we're not in high school. if you hit somebody, like if 2 people are fighting, you're going to jail for assault. Like,
well, this wasn't a fight though. This was a stomp out.
Where did this happen at? Was it in New Orleans?
Las Vegas. It was Las Vegas. It was at a nightclub in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's right. All-Star game, right?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on. Let me look down here.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's Vegas, man. Vegas has cameras everywhere. So they have every angle. I'm sure they have every angle of what happened. So
yeah.
And alcohol was probably, involved.
Always. I feel like one was involved too, man. That look a little personal.
Kamara said Green was being disrespectful to someone in his group, and that's when the scuffle started.
See, that wasn't worth beating him down for.
No, come on. Somebody in his group. It wasn't even directly towards Kamara.
But they said, but then Green said it was something else. Green said, "Hey," Kamara said, "Oh man, you were being disrespectful." Then Green said, "Oh man, no, you were being disrespectful." It's like I said, I don't know.
But you got to have more control. It's like you're held to a higher standard. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. That's
you're definitely held.
Maybe you saw Trap stomping out somebody on the street.
Dude, this is just me, man. This is just how I feel, man. I don't care how much money you have. If you had all the money in the world and you were a billionaire, it doesn't give you the right just to say anything.
No.
Same thing on the other side. If you don't have no money and you're homeless, that doesn't give you the right to say anything. The money has to be removed in a lot of situations. Who are you as a person? Are you being disrespectful? Are you being respectful? Like, forget the money.
What if it was just
like if this dude was being disrespectful to me, like if you're trying to harm me, dude, okay, I am going to like you trying to harm me. I've got to harm you because you're trying to harm me.
Disrespect? Did he say something? Because
I don't know. We don't know.
Just words. I
don't know.
Is words mean you get stumped out? I mean, come on. Do words get you stumped out? Should you get you stumped out?
I mean, it depends on what you said. But
look,
I'm not judging the stomp out. It's just he shouldn't have got involved in the stomp out. You know what I'm saying?
Look.
You too rich for that, man. That's why you got security. That's why you got the boys. They're supposed to take these charges for you.
Yeah, they're
You're not supposed to be involved. You supposed to take care of them after they get locked up, or have to bail them out. You take care of their families and all that till they get out. That's their job.
Yeah, look.
Their job is to protect you because in the day you the golden goose. So why am I getting a charge? You supposed to take the charge.
Y'all remember,
and that can still happen.
Y'all remember in Utah when that fan he yelled the N-word out at Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be mad at Russell Westbrook jumping in the stands and knocking the mess out of that dude.
That's
I'm not
that's
gonna
a,
be upset about
that's
it.
You
a
remember
different
Malice in
situation.
the Palace?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be mad because, bro, you just called me the N-word, bro.
Right.
Like that's
Yeah,
just
now
like,
you,
man, like what if what if somebody had disrespected his wife or something? You know what I'm saying? Like that's like that stuff I'm talking about. Like, you can't be saying stuff like that, man.
right. Right. But a lot of that stuff come with training, man. Like, not really media training, just kind of stuff you gotta just know, because you can't let
He's
that
held to a
street
higher standard. I'm sorry, man.
you can't let that street mentality, man, take over your thinking.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get beyond that, man. You making more than 95% of the 99.5% of the population in the
Yeah.
world.
You held to a higher standard. I'm sorry.
Come on,
It's
man.
just part of
You
it.
making millions of dollars, man, playing
Your
a
fame,
game.
your fame and your expenses and your profession make you got to
Right.
be held to a higher standard. I'm sorry. It
Right.
is what it is.
Come on, I'm like you, man. He didn't invent anything. He's not out there, saving lives. He's not creating a cure. He running a ball. He running with a ball.
Yeah.
So come on, man. You gotta be grateful and be thankful, man. You gotta be smart in that. You gotta be smart in that, man. Like I said, that's why you're supposed to have your crew with you. They're supposed to take care of stuff like that. Like, I understand they wouldn't have stomped him out. Like I said, I don't have no problem with stomp out. It's probably that he got involved in the stomp out.
Yeah, he should have been dirtying his hands at all because his body is his money maker. That's
Yeah.
another one.
He should have stood back like, look, I can't get in this. Y'all know I know
I would
this.
have walked away. Look, if I was Kamara, I would have been like, I'm walking away. It ain't none of mine.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens, man, I'll take care of you. Don't worry about it. Just
Yeah,
whatever
I
you
ain't
do,
seen nothing,
I'm gonna
but I'll
take
take
care of
care of
you.
you. Yeah.
Come on, it's Vegas, man. It's where Tupac died. You gotta be careful, man.
Yeah.
So unsolved.
Yeah, and it looks bad because the dude, you saw the
Bad.
picture.
That looked bad, man.
It looked bad. That
So
looks
I
bad.
haven't seen that picture, man, until you showed it. That looked real bad, man. So
Optics. It's all optics.
I mean, even in court, I don't care what happened. And like, what did this man had to say or do to deserve that kind of a stomping? That was almost Emmett Till, like. That might be a little extreme.
Yeah.
It was.
That
A little
was
too far. Too far. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
What'd you
but
say?
I'm saying, but I said that was a little Emmett Till. That was almost Emmett Till, like.
Oh, whoa.
Too far. I was saying too far.
That
But
was
might
too
have to edit
far.
that one out. We might have to edit that out. But
I mean,
no,
look,
but I'm just saying, like, and not being disrespectful, not even to the family. I'm just saying, like, in the act of it, like, it was just, it was egregious. Like, it was overkill.
yeah,
But we won't get into a civil rights discussion, so let's keep it moving.
let's keep it moving. So
We're on podcast.
Next topic, and we'll stop it at this topic. Are the Jets legit, man? Are we here? Have we arrived at the Jets being playoff worthy? Let's say that.
I can't say that yet. I can't say. I mean, they beat the mighty Bills.
Hey, they got the same record as the Bills now.
But look, man, they go out in the past, man. Like, even like with the Patriots when they were super dominant. Every now and then, man, as a team, man, they'll take a crack at and beat them. So, but that don't mean that team will arrive.
They lost to Miami because they let the gas off the pedal.
I say they got lucky. But today, I think the Jets earned that win. They earned that win today.
Yeah,
they earned it, but I still don't think that. I don't think they arrived yet. They got at least make the playoffs. Before I say that.
At this rate, they look like a good chance of making
it. I mean, based off of what I see, man, the Jets have a pretty good shot to make the playoffs.
I don't know. I'll bring up the Jets schedule real quick.
If they got a pretty good shot.
If they made the playoffs, then I agree. I think they arrive. But if they don't make the playoffs, I'm like, nah.
That's just my thoughts on it.
You gotta make the show. You gotta make it to the show.
All right. We got, let's see, who do they got left?
So they got November 20th. So they got November 20th. You've got.
Oh, it's popping up. Just taking a minute. So they just beat the Bills. So they got the Patriots.
That's a winnable game.
They got the Bears.
It's a winnable game.
They got the Vikings.
It depends on what Vikings team shows up.
Yep.
They got the Bills again. Revenge.
They'll lose that one.
They'll probably lose on the road at the Bills. I'll say that.
All right. Let's see. They got the Lions. Very winnable.
Very winnable game.
Jaguars, winnable.
Very winnable game.
Oh, this will be an interesting game. Seahawks and Jets. I like to see that one.
That's a winnable game too.
Seahawks at Seahawks. That's a winnable game.
It's winnable though. I agree.
Look at the time. That's a 3:05. Now look at that. That's a 3:05 time. So that's technically 1 o'clock local time for the Jets. That's 4 o'clock. Well, that's really 4 o'clock local time for the Jets. So they're not going West Coast playing at 12. You know what I'm saying? They're gaining time. Exactly. They're gaining time. So that's not going to be a negative for them from a time perspective on the road. It'll be cold, but I mean it's going to be cold in New York too.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's not really a factor. So yeah, another winnable game.
And then Dolphins. There's a loss.
You might lose that game, but I mean 7. But now in the NFL, 7 teams make the playoffs on each side. So can the Jets be one of those top 7? I don't see why not.
I believe they can. I believe they can.
No,
I believe they can. I think the Jets will make the playoffs. Mark, hey, you can keep me to it. I think the Jets will make the playoffs. It's just the way they've been playing. They're scrappy. They're getting it done. I mean, they're making it competitive. I mean, I'm surprised. No lie. I mean, they're not even doing it with the wide receivers they thought they would. So, yeah, Elijah Moore, I thought he was going to have his coming out party this season. And, boy, he's been the biggest letdown because, I mean, the quarterbacks just don't throw to him.
Yeah, they're run first team.
Yeah, so.
But, yeah, it's like I said, man, it's gonna be very, very tight. This is one game I want you to keep in mind. September 25th, Bengals versus Jets. Bengals beat the Jets 27-12. Right now, the Jets are 6-3. The Bengals are 5-4. That's a tiebreaker game that might end up coming to haunt them later on in the season in the standings. The Bengals beating the Jets might end up being a tiebreaker that might come back to haunt them.
Y'all heard it first.
All right. We're going to see what's going to happen. We're going to see what's going to happen. Yep. Jets are 6-3. Bills are 6-2. Dolphins are 6-3. And, man, this is a close division. My goodness. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I understand what Marque is saying when he's like, hey, man, it remains to be seen because everything is just so tight right now.
Let's see. And then the NFC, you got Eagles 8-0, Cowboys 6-2, Giants 6-2. Wow, the Commanders are still in this. And for the East, that's crazy. They're at the bottom, though.
Yeah. They're the bottom feeders.
Yeah.
They Commanders won't make it. They ain't gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, Seahawks are 6-3 now. Vikings are 7-1. And then it's the good old NFC South. The trash. Falcons and the Bucks tied right now for
man. The last game of the season, man. Buccaneers at Falcons might.
Yeah, that's gonna mean something, man.
That might decide
the between a playoff spot and a wild card spot.
And you know what, guys, man, that's a game, man. If I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna say this, man. If that game decides the division, I will be in attendance. I'll be in attendance for that one. I'll be in attendance. If that decides the division, I'll be in attendance for that one. I'll be there live.
Okay. We might have to go scout some tickets, man. I might have to join you on that one. What game? What day is that? January?
Yeah. That's in January.
Yeah, last game of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't
I
mind.
don't assume.
Hey,
I don't assume those tickets won't be on Groupon like they were last year, huh?
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
I don't think it was $10 on Groupon.
They trying to fill the seats. That's what that
Please,
was.
please come. We're on TV. Please come.
Exactly. Don't make us look like we trash.
Right.
All right. Last segment, then we can roll out, guys. So week 10 games. All right. So we got the list and we checked it twice. It ain't that season yet. Thanksgiving's coming up. We got Falcons versus Panthers. This is Marque's game of the week. Go and tell us why, man. Go and tell us why.
The rematch, man. The Falcons. It's rematch. It's a game that the Panthers probably should have won. But the Falcons kind of went on technicality, even though they did go to overtime. But
Yeah.
it should never have been that way. The Panthers should have won. I think it's gonna be a rematch game. But I think the Falcons match up pretty well with the Panthers though. So I think it's gonna be another tight one. It's gonna be another classic actually.
Okay.
Because I mean I don't know what's the quarterback name for was PJ Walker.
Yeah, that's the Panthers. Yep.
So I don't know if he's still gonna be quarterback though, because they were saying that that homeboy came back. It's my putting Baker back in because Baker's healthy. So it could be a different game. I mean, I'm not gonna say Baker's better. I'm not gonna say Baker's better than PJ Walker, but I feel like Baker got more upside than PJ Walker.
DJ Moore is pissed off right now. I'll tell you that.
At least from the throwing aspect on that. So
what?
I mean, yeah, man. I think Baker's still quality, man. Baker did make the playoffs with the Browns. That's unheard of.
What have you done for me lately?
Did they make the playoffs? They made the playoffs last season, right?
I mean,
nah, bro.
I think so.
Look, man. I don't know what happened to Baker Mayfield. I don't know what happened to him.
It was 2 years ago, actually. When they had Odell, right?
Yeah, they had
Yeah, it
Odell.
was 2 years ago.
ESPN was all talking about oh man, are the Browns back? Are the Browns gonna do something? They were talking about the Browns every single week. I'm like, guys,
let's be honest. Had the Browns ever arrived?
I mean, probably. I mean, no.
They done. They done.
I can think of a time. I can think of a time in my lifetime that the Browns have been good.
Yeah, I don't think there has been a time.
Like,
I mean, Chubb is wasting his career there. So
I hate to say it, man. I think Baker Mayfield might be the only quarterback I know who was on the Browns. I can't think of any other quarterback with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, because Manziel was before him, and that was a super bust.
I forgot Manziel was there, so I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, the Browns. I mean, the Browns had yeah, they had
nothing memorable. Let's put it that way.
Browns never won a Super Bowl either, so
nah, they sure had. But let's keep on going. Cowboys versus Packers. Mr. Davon Elder. That's his game of the week. Go on, tell us why that's your choice.
Yeah, man. I think that this could be another game for Dak to prove himself again. For Dak, I think that going on the road at Green Bay, Green Bay is not having a good season by any means, but I still feel that this will be another opportunity for Dak to show that he has command of the offense, show that he is a number one guy, show that he is the $200 man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my only thing, man. I just want Dak to show that he's the $200 million man. That's just what I want him to show. And this is an opportunity for him to show that. CD Lamb is in my other league. I don't know if I'm going to be starting him. Probably will be starting him, but Dak, give CD the ball. That's all I got to say. Give CD the ball.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Should be an interesting game. I mean, I think the Cowboys are going to annihilate the Packers. I think the Packers season is pretty much over with. They might end up on the lottery.
Wow.
Yeah, they might end up having a top 10 pick. It's possible.
Well, I mean, that's happening when you pay your quarterback. The quarterback won't take a pay cut to build his team.
That's why they lost Devontae. But hey,
And he been in the league too long, man, to do that, man. He should run and build a team. I see him complaining, man, every game, but I mean, he really kind of on him.
Yeah, he kind of made him suck. He took the
Yeah.
money.
So,
Hey, you got to live with it. All right.
right.
So my game of the week, Bills versus Vikings. So Vikings are 7-1, like I said before. Bills are 6-2. Hey, it should be or 6-3. I think it's 6-3.
6-3, yeah.
So this is going to be a very key game because this is playoff kind of implications into this. Let's go see how the Bills defense stacks up against this prominent offense of the Vikings with, Justin Jefferson, newly acquired TJ Hawkinson, and then you also got the running back Davon Cook. We know Cousins, he's mediocre, serviceable quarterback. We're going to see how he does. But we're going to see if Josh Allen can bounce back from this, this tragic loss against the Jets and see how they react to it. Now, what do I believe? I think the Bills got them. I think they can pull it off. But I don't know. The Vikings got a high-powered offense, so it's gonna come down to I can think it can be a high-scoring game, unless the Bills defense clamps down on them. But
is that a home game or away game for the Bills?
It's a home game. Home game. Home game for the Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to get right week. I got it.
All right. Well, guys, that was another great episode of the Fantasy Cookout. Went a little bit longer than expected, but hey, I love it. Hey, I always got to keep this content going. Like, subscribe on YouTube and IG at the Fantasy Cookout. And like I said, I'm getting the TikTok thing worked out. I'm a little bit old, so TikTok's a whole nother monster to deal with. But check out IG for updates every day, just to see little tidbits I like to give out. Also give out my top 5, players of the week in each position. I give you a good quarterback, a running back, wide receiver, tight end, and defense. Things you may be lacking in your league just because of a bye week, or you may have lost that player to injury, or your players just might suck. So you need to go through the wire. So hey, always remember, stats over feelings, guys. Look, when you're making these choices, always look at statistics. Don't trust your feelings. Don't trust your gut, because that's going to lead you down the path of hurt. And that's where I'm at right now. But until later, man. Hey, peace. Appreciate you guys as always. Much love, man.
All right, man, guys. See you later.
Peace.
Bless.